She isn't breathing. Make it ring. Arlen tightened his grip on the black bell. It was heavy and cold. The handle felt like bone. The oil smoke air of the river town clung to his skin. A crowd pressed in. Wet eyes, white cloth. A small body on a plank. Drums stopped. Silence. He lifted the bell. Its mouth was scorched. Strange marks curled along the rim, warnings, rules. He knew them by heart. Never ring for greed. Never ring for war. Never ring twice in one dawn. And never listen when it talks. He swung, the bell rang backward, sound didn't burst out. It sucked in. Flies froze, then flew away in reverse. Candle smoke slid back into the wicks. People's sobs pulled into their throats like they had never cried at all. Time bent. A breeze unblew, the girl gasped. Her mother screamed and fell to her knees. "Lysa!" Color rushed back into Lysa's cheeks. She blinked. Sat up. The white cloth fell. Hands grabbed her, held her. Laughter rose and broke like light. The drums re-wove their first beat, then nothing, as if they had never been struck. Arlen exhaled. A life returned. A funeral unhappened. The work was done. He nodded to the mother and shouldered his pack. Coins rattled. He didn't count them. Payment wasn't simple money. He stepped into the alley, away from the cheers, and the bell flexed in his hand like a living throat. It rang a second time, though swing. No pull. The sound came from inside the metal, slow as a pulse, deep as a grave. Backward again, but shaped like words. Someone misses you. Arlen froze. His heart climbed up into his mouth. He walked faster. He kept his eyes down. Don't listen. Don't listen. Don't. Someone misses you. He shoved the bell into its wrap and tied it off. The leather strap smoked where it touched the rim. He tasted iron. He thought of a winter field. A red scarf. A hand letting go. He reached the inn and took the corner table. Shadows hid his face. He ordered bread. He did not eat. The bell sat on the bench, quiet now. It always hungered after a ringing. It always wanted more time to chew. A boy slid into the seat across from him. Dirt on his knees. Bright eyes. "Mister, you're the undoer." The bellman. Arlen kept his voice calm. "Eat your soup. My gran says the bell steals something when it gives. Is that true?" Arlen didn't answer. The boy leaned in. "She says there's a list. Names it once back." Arlen's hand went to the burn scar on his ribs. It had the same curling shape as the marks on the bell. He spoke without looking up. "There are rules. I follow them. Go home?" When the boy ran off, Arlen rapped the bell twice and went to his room. He barred the door. He slept with his boots on, back to the wall, one eye open. Night tore itself in half. The door shook under a fist. "Open in the name of the wardens." Arlen was moving before his mind caught up. Pack, cloak, window latch up. He slid out, dropped to the stable roof, and rolled. Hooves clattered below. Torchlight painted the alley orange. The bell, courier. A voice called, "That piece belongs to the crown." A bolt hissed past his ear. He ran. Rain started. Fine. Cold needles. He cut through the tannery, over the sluice down to the river road. The world smeared. The bell hung from his shoulder, making the strap smoke. On the ridge, the watchfires of the wardens burned like teeth. He reached the old bridge and stopped. A cart lay tipped on the stones. A man groaned under the wheel. The river frothed below, mean and loud. Arlen swallowed. One rule thrummed in his head. Never ring twice in one dawn. But he saw the man's fingers turn gray. He looked at the ridge. Torches coming. He set the bell down. "Hold still," he said. He swung. The bell drank the sound again. Rain went up. The cart lifted as if a giant hand rewound it. The wheel rolled back onto its axle. The man sucked air, coughed, and blinked like waking from a long nap. Arlen's knees buckled. The world tilted. He heard the bell again, closer, closer than breath. "Someone misses you." He stumbled away as the wardens reached the bridge. "Halt!" He leaped the wall and slid down the bank. mud filling his boots. He crawled through reeds, then ran. By dawn, he was in Pine Hollow, a village of dark wood and thin smoke. He headed for the chapel because sanctuaries were respected. Mostly inside, cold air, beeswax. A woman with gray hair looked up from a ledger. Her eyes were sharp. She saw the bell and made the sign. "We don't want it here," she whispered. "I need a list," Arlen said. "Deaths in the last month." She hesitated. Then she turned the ledger. Names. The ink looked wet, though it was dry. He skimmed. His hand shook. A date clawed its way out of memory. Snow, the red scarf. The hand letting go, he looked to the next page. There was his name, Arlen Streve. Drowned at the ice break. 7 winters ago. Beside it, a thin line of red ink. Not a cross. An uncross. A funeral undone. The room seemed to tilt. The burn on his ribs burned anew. He remembered a bell ringing far away on a riverbank, and hands pulling him up, and a woman sobbing into his hair. Mother? No, he couldn't see her face. Only the scarf. Only the cold. The gray-haired woman spoke soft. "You shouldn't be here." He backed away. "Who undid me?" "The first bell walker," she said. "He broke a rule for you." She closed the book. Something always comes to collect. As if summoned, the chapel door blew open. Wind scattered candlelight. The wardens filled the frame, armor wet. The captain stepped in, hood down. He had a scar like a silver hook. He smiled. "Courier," he said. At last. Arlen lifted the bell. "If you touch me, I'll ring." "You already rang twice," the captain said. "At dawn?" He tilted his head. "Do you feel it, the debt? The bell doesn't pay for nothing." Arlen's breath steamed. His fingers went numb on the handle. He heard it again. The voice from the metal. Close as his own pulse. "Someone misses you? Who?" Arlen whispered. The captain's smile thinned. "Not who, what?" The chapel windows darkened. Frost laced the glass. Footprints formed on the stone floor, wet and backward, coming in from where no one stood. The gray-haired woman clutched her beads and began to pray. Arlen turned. The footprints stopped at his boots. He understood. The river. The red scarf. The hand that let go wasn't his mother. It was his own. The bell thrummed like a heart. "Someone misses you," it said. "Your grave." Something cold took his wrist. He swung the bell with both hands, shouting as it went up, as everything turned and unturned. As time itself leaned close to listen, want the next part before it rings again. "Hit follow so you don't miss it."